You were tired an hour ago. Now you're in bed, the room is quiet, and somehow your brain has decided this is the perfect time to replay your day, plan tomorrow, and remember a random embarrassing moment from 2017. Before you check the clock or try to think your way out of it, look around the room and name 5 ordinary things you can see. A lamp, the curtains, a glass of water on your nightstand, a book, a blanket. That's it. Your mind is probably trying to pull you somewhere else right now, back into a conversation, forward into tomorrow, into a problem that suddenly feels extremely important. Naming 5 ordinary things gives your mind something simple and real to notice instead. When you're tired but still feel switched on, your body can be done for the day, while your mind is still looking for the next thing to handle. During the day, there are people, tasks, notifications, and noise. At night, there's less competing for your attention. So the thoughts that were sitting quietly in the background can start sounding much louder. You may hear people call this nervous system regulation. Practically, it just means giving your attention a small cue that you're here, in this room, and you don't have to handle anything else this second. Sometimes that's enough to make the next few minutes feel a little less crowded. Use this when you notice you're replaying the same thought again. Maybe you're lying there thinking about something you said earlier. Or maybe you're mentally writing tomorrow's email. Whatever busy work your mind has for you. You don't need to solve all of that before bed. Just notice that you're back in the loop. Then look around and name 5 things. Keep your eyes open. Go slowly enough that you actually see them. For a minute, your mind gets something else to do, besides giving every late-night thought your full attention. By the way, if practical support like this helps on the nights when your brain won't clock out, subscribe. There is more here for overthinking, emotional exhaustion, late-night thoughts, and the nights when your mind gets louder after everything else gets quiet. Now, here is where people usually make this harder on themselves. They name the 5 things, then they go right back to the thought and start picking at it again. What did they mean by that? What if I handled that badly? What am I supposed to do tomorrow? And look, maybe it is something you need to deal with. But you don't need to deal with it while you are half awake, tired, and staring at the ceiling. If the thought keeps coming back after you name the 5 things, give it somewhere else to go. Keep a notepad nearby. In one sentence, write the nagging thought onto paper. The nagging thought can be money stuff, that conversation from last week, call dentist. You don't need a 3-page journal entry, and you don't need to explain the whole situation perfectly. You're simply putting the thought somewhere else than your already busy mind. And you're not saying the thought doesn't matter. You are saying, I know this exists. I wrote it down. I can deal with it when I am more awake. That is different from avoiding it. The next day, when you're better rested, you can go back to that sentence you wrote the night before and work on the problem. You may still feel awake after you do this. That doesn't make it pointless. It can take a little time to feel calmer, especially when you've had a long day and your mind is still trying to catch up. This just gives your brain fewer things to work on while you settle down. Even if the thought is still there, it doesn't have to take over the whole night. You don't have to solve everything before bed. Just make the next 10 minutes a little easier to be in. Say it's 2 in the morning and you're replaying a conversation from earlier. You're trying to decide whether you sounded awkward, even though you've already gone over it several times. Instead of looking for the perfect answer, look around the room. Your pillow, the lamp on your nightstand, your blanket, the water glass, the door. Then write one line. Worried I came across badly. Put it under not for tonight. That thought may come back. When it does, you can look around again and remember it's written down. You can decide what to do with it tomorrow. Subscribe for more practical support for overthinking, emotional exhaustion, and restless nights. And if you want something quiet to come back to later, the Thoughts at 2 a.m. blog is linked below.